Lone Star Park's biggest races of the fall race meeting, the Texas Classic Derby and Futurity, the Refrigerator Invitational, and more, next on the Wrap-Up. The Wrap-Up on Raceview Network is sponsored by Oklahoma Quarter Horse Racing Association and by Remington Park, home of the $400,000 Springboard Mile on December 17th. Lone Star Park's $412,000 Grade 1 Texas Classic Derby. 3-year-olds went 440 yards. The field was led by top qualifier KJ Desperado, who won last year's All-American Futurity. The Arizona-bred went on to Grand Prairie, Texas for a score in the Texas Classic Futurity at Lone Star. This year, KJ Desperado won the Ruidoso Derby and ran second in the Rainbow before returning to Lone Star for his shot at the Texas Classic Double, a feat accomplished by just 3 other horses in the 28-year history of the event. Trained by Wes Giles, KJ Desperado was the public's first choice. Delight Us All was 5th on the qualifiers list and the 3rd favorite at post time. Trained by Cody Knoll, Delight Us All ran second in the All-American Derby, which was followed by a victory in the trials for the Texas Classic Derby. He drew the 6th hole in the starting gate for the final. KJ Desperado was right next door, number 5.
And they're off. Decent but not awesome start for KJ Desperado, but within just a few strides, he puts himself in front and tries to daylight this field. She's a relentless gal out fast. The big favorite on the inside, San Lorenzo Tay, and Delight Us All. But KJ Desperado on the way to a Texas Classic Futurity Derby double.
Win number 12 in his 17-race career, KJ Desperado becomes the 4th horse to win both the Texas Classic Futurity and Derby. Delight Us All ran second, followed by the longest shot in the field, He's No Illusion. Adrian Ramos, the winning jockey for trainer Wes Giles and owners John Lee, Wanda Lee, and Ruben Maris. KJ Desperado is the son of Apolitical Jess and Trace Vesas by Trace Stace, bred in Arizona by L&I Land and Cattle. This win brings KJ Desperado's lifetime earnings to more than $2.7 million. He ran the 440 yards in 21.244 seconds, a speed index of 102. On November 26th, 11 of the top older horses active in the Mid and Southwest went postward in the $144,000 Refrigerator Invitational. They ran the classic distance of 440 yards. Just My Hawks, a 2-time graded winner at Remington Spring Meeting, was the public's 3rd choice. He took the Grade 2 Remington Challenge Championship in early April, then wrapped up the month with a score in the Grade 1 Leo. He's a Party Wagon was the 2nd favorite in the Refrigerator. He was coming off a win in his first attempt in graded company, Zia Park's Grade 2 James Isaac Hobbs Stakes. The biggest name in Lone Star's biggest race for veterans was Instigator, a millionaire with 9 wins from 16 starts. Best known for his victory in the 2021 All-American Derby, Instigator was the post-time favorite in the Refrigerator Invitational.
They're off. And a good start for He's a Party Wagon in lane number 2, drifting out a bit. At the rail is Apolitical Fast Prize. Instigator is accelerating on the outside. Here comes Instigator. Instigator going to the lead. He's a Party Wagon is next. Then comes Whirlaway Wagon and Apolitical Fast Prize. Instigator has done it again.
With a commanding margin of 1 3/4 lengths, Instigator takes the Refrigerator over Apolitical Fast Prize and He's a Party Wagon. He ran the 440 in 21.084 seconds, good for a 106 speed index. Winning jockey Juan Polito had the call from trainer Santos Carzales Jr. Instigator is owned by Barboza Racing. He's a son of Ivory James and the Mr. Eye-Opener mare Eye Popping, bred in Texas by Bobby Cox. With this win, Instigator now has a record of 10 wins from 17 outings and earnings north of $1.5 million. On to the richest horse race in the Lone Star State, the $1.2 million Texas Classic Futurity. Trainer Santos Carrizales Jr. had 4 horses in the 400-yard test, including the post-time favorite, WrapUp V. The Oklahoma-bred gelding won the Ruidoso Juvenile and the All-American Juvenile before setting the fastest qualifying time for the Texas Classic. One Perfect Lady was the only horse in the Texas Classic to have already won a graded futurity final, the Grade 2 Dash for Cash at Lone Star on October 1st. Fifth on the qualifiers list was the public's second choice, Doing It Just for Fun. Trained by the sport's leading conditioner by Money One, Heath Taylor, Doing It Just for Fun is a full brother to two-time AQHA world champion Jesse's First Down. Doing It Just for Fun broke from the 9-hole. The 2-horse was the filly, One Perfect Lady, while WrapUp V had the starting gate's 3rd position.
And they're off. And an excellent start for One Perfect Lady in lane number 2. WrapUp V and Fancy Scarface alongside. And up from the outside, Turcotte is bearing down. As they move through the stretch, it's WrapUp V. Turcotte on the outside and Fancy Scarface. The Carrizales is 1, 2, 3.
Jockey Juan Polito pilots WrapUp V to victory in the Texas Classic Futurity for owner-breeder Valeriano Racing Stables. The training trifecta for Santos Carrizales Jr. as stablemates Turcotte and Fancy Scarface follow in 2nd and 3rd place. WrapUp V was bred in Oklahoma. He's by Apolitical Jess out of Rock Candy SA by Good Reason SA. WrapUp V now has 5 wins from 9 starts and $675,000 plus in earnings. Coming up, more recent stakes winners at Lone Star Park.
Oklahoma Quarter Horse Racing Association encourages the breeding and ownership of Oklahoma-bred horses, promotes and protects racing opportunities in the state, and represents our members' interests at the state capitol. Learn more at oqhra.com.
Raceview Network's The Wrap-Up is sponsored by Remington Park Racing Casino and by Oklahoma Quarter Horse Racing Association, official representative of quarter horse, paint, and Appaloosa racing in the Sooner State.
And a clean start for SS Classy Jess. Maybe didn't break on top, but within a few strides, she's catching Jessa Dash and Angela in the early stages. Foxy Hawks is next in 3rd. Then Best Moon Flash, Susanna on the outside, and Lethal White Veil. Look at SS Classy Jess. 3 in a row in the Yellow Rose of Texas. They're off. And away in good order. In the Devil Is Due. Ghost Bear gunning for the lead. Shockingly Famous alongside. O'Donovan Rosa on the outside. And they go nearly 3 across the track. Followed 3 lengths back by High Hopes, who's racing in 4th on the inside. And then comes Dak in between runners in 5th. Way to the outside, Jack's Louisiana Game. Back to the inside. He's a Classy now with a big task. He's 6 or 7 lengths off the lead. And the King's Horse trails in the stretch. Shockingly Famous up to take the lead away from Ghost Bear, and up on the outside, here comes O'Donovan Rosa, and he's going to sweep by them all. He's a Classy now with a late bid. O'Donovan Rosa, Brian Candanosa takes the Devil Is Due. He's a Classy now, finished well for 2nd. Then came Ghost Bear and Shockingly Famous. And they're off. Quick start inside for El Tartanero Jess. He's an early speedster. Blazing the Moon, the light gray was out well. Shotgun and Jet Black Grace putting in their bids from the outside. His Time to Deal may have a say of it in between horses. Here is Jet Black Grace. Back on track and back in the winner's circle. rapid start for San Lorenzo Ivory, along with relentless pressure. San Lorenzo Ivory taking the lead. Just a few backhanded taps from Juan Pulido. Look at San Lorenzo Ivory with a 16th to go. Relentless pressure is next. Then KJ Wicked Wanda. San Lorenzo Ivory. Very sharp.
That's it for this edition of the Wrap-Up. Come back next time when we'll feature the champion of champions and the Los Alamitos 2 Million Futurity. Thanks for showing up. We're glad you did. I'm Keith Stahl-Voorhees for Race 2 Network.